Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is another UFO spotted in Ukraine. Also have this old video of a cigar-shaped craft over Canada. And I think this is a Yahoo Chinese. You can see this image here of this what looks to be an alien, and apparently in the article they're saying that it's an art project by a student, but I think that may be a cover story. Anyways, here's another video of a creature. Now this is an older video of a little creature that was found in a trap and in Mexico, and the farmer that found it apparently drowned it, but it's it's only about 6 inches long, and they don't know what it is. Also have this video here about UFO disclosure. It just recently came out, but I've always saying disclosure has been going on since Roswell. Let's see. Here's this interesting video about a NASA spacecraft that they believe has detected the outer edges of our solar system. Yeah, this NASA spacecraft detected a difference in like the chemical makeup or something like that. And we'll listen to the video, check that out. Let's see, this next article is about the secretive history of the NSA's UFO studies in the 60s. So, for sure our government has been keeping track of this phenomenon for a long time. And, I believe one of the reasons why they've been keeping it a secret is because they don't want to admit that we're not alone on the planet. Anyways, last is this article here about what the Vatican Church knows about UFOs and, possible another planet out there supposedly coming towards Earth. Let's see this article here. Here's a Cardinal Balducci talking about other aliens out there and how they have spirits. Also talks about this telescope that's run by the Vatican Church, and it's called Lucifer. They've been definitely watching the skies or space for a very long time. They know something's up. But anyways, let's go to the first video here. If you're a student of a UFO folklore, you're aware that UFOs have been documented at many of the battles that have occurred in our history, and I don't think this time is any different. This is a video from the Ukraine, but I think that this may be like U.S. military. But anyways, check this out. Initially I would say that this was a drone, but then you do see these little lights start sparkling around it, which is definitely strange. right? If this was just an ordinary drone, I don't think that's you know, like some kind of feature that it can do, like make light spark around it. But anyways, a link will be in the description. Let's see. Now this is an older video of this cigar-shaped craft seen in Canada. Check this out. Yeah, now, you know, there's hundreds of videos of these cigar-shaped or cylinder-shaped craft. So I'm going to assume that this is something that's used by our underwater neighbors. Let's see. Yeah, now this one's a strange one. I think this is Chinese. And I believe that somewhere in the article here, it says that, that this was an art piece done by some student, you know, which is why they have this photo here. But I think this is something that was done after as a cover story. Because this looks a little too real to me. I mean, not to say that, you know, an art student couldn't do something like this, but I don't know. I believe the art story is a cover-up for something that actually exists. Anyways, link will be in the description. Let's check out this video here. Yeah, now this is another one of these strange creatures that was found in a trap in Mexico. And check out this story here.
In May 2007, this strange creature was found on a farm in Mexico. The farmer drowned it out of fear. Since the end of 2008, researchers have been carrying out tests on the corpse, but the mystery is deepening. Even serious scientists are wondering if this creature comes from another planet. The tests showed that the being is not known to exist on Earth. Its body has characteristics of both lizards and humans. It also has a large brain, a sign that it was probably highly intelligent. There are frequent UFO sightings and reports of crop circles in the area, leading to the suspicion that the being was left behind by aliens. Farmers also reported seeing a second creature flee the scene.
You know, one thing I want to point out, this creature isn't wearing any type of life support system. And I don't think they, you know, describe the other creature as also wearing a life support system. So I'm going to say this thing probably, you know, if it's not from our underwater neighbors, could it be something that comes from inner Earth? You know, is that whole inner Earth story true? And could this be, you know, a creature that comes from an inner Earth civilization, and that, you know, and maybe that, you know, that maybe it's one of their pets and they did leave it behind for whatever reason. But anyways, link will be in the description. Let's check out this video here. Yeah, now here, this video just recently came out, but it's talking about, you know, why alien disclosure is coming sooner than you think. My thing is, you know, disclosure has been occurring. It's been taking place. I mean, the military has released all of these videos, right? Our government is currently passing bills, you know, so that the military does report it more. So how is that not disclosure? But anyways, check this out.
Part of the aliens theory, it has been almost 80 years, and ironically we have the Galileo project. It's run by Professor Avilov from the Harvard University. This project has the mission to capture extraterrestrial technological artifacts with the help of sophisticated sensors like telescopes, radars, infrared cameras, and more. Avilov is widely known as one of the rare scientists that played with the idea that Oumuamua might have extraterrestrial technological origin due to its strange behavior that doesn't look or behave like a comet or asteroid.
You see, I think that, again, this is a part of that brainwashing where they're trying to deflect attention, away from any advanced beings that are here on this planet, so that we're only concerned with, aliens that are far away from these planets that are so far they can't get to us yet, or it takes them forever to get to us. But again, I'm sure that they're out there, but there's also species right here on this planet that we share the planet with. Anyways, link to this will be in the description. Let's go to this video here. Now, this video is, nothing to do with aliens. It's just NASA. They believe they've detected the edge of our solar system. Anyways, check this out.
Our sun in a bubble called the heliosphere. At the point where the two interact, known as the heliopause, it's thought there is a buildup of hydrogen from interstellar space. This creates a sort of wall, which scatters incoming ultraviolet light. About 30 years ago, NASA's Voyager 1 and 2 spacecraft first detected this wall, and now New Horizons has found new evidence for it. A paper describing its findings will be published in Geophysical Research Letters. We're seeing the threshold between being in the solar neighborhood and being in the galaxy, Dr. Leslie Young from the Southwest Research Institute in Colorado, one of the co-authors on the paper, told Science News. New Horizons made the detection using its ALICE UV spectrometer, taking measurements from 2007 to 2017. It found an ultraviolet glow known as a Lyman alpha line, which is made when solar particles hit hydrogen atoms. We see this ultraviolet glow all over the solar system. But at the heliopause, there appears to be an additional source caused by the wall of hydrogen, creating a larger glow. Beyond the wall there's more ultraviolet light compared to in front of it, suggesting it's being scattered by the wall. This distant source could be the signature of a wall of hydrogen, formed near where the interstellar wind encounters the solar wind, the researchers wrote in their paper. The theory is not definitive yet. It's possible that another source of ultraviolet light...
Look at the size of the... This is, I think, image of the known universe. One of these little tiny dots is probably our entire galaxy. Or it's it's bigger than our galaxy, but the idea that that we're the forefront of intelligence, or that we're at the pinnacle of technological advancement is ridiculous. When you think about the amount of time, I mean, we do not have a word for the amount of time that has existed, or a word for the number of stars and planets that are out there. So the idea that, another life form couldn't have developed thousands, millions, or billions of years ago and be so far advanced from us. I mean, they think that they've detected a sun with a Dyson sphere around it. There's some civilization out there that has figured out a way to build a structure around an entire sun to draw its energy. And there's a bunch of videos of crafts that are parking themselves next to our sun and drawing energy. So imagine the civilization that's doing that, and that civilization is right here in our galaxy. Obviously, if they're sucking energy from this sun, they have to be from someplace near. But think about that. There's some civilization that's close to us that is building structures that are bigger than our planet, and it's evidence. This is not speculation. This is not myth. We have videos of these gigantic crafts that are bigger than planet Earth that are out there. So anyways, link to this will be in the description. Let's go to this article here. This is about the secretive history of the NSA's UFO studies in the 60s. In recent days, the debrief looked at the evolving views on the subject of unidentified aerial phenomenon expressed by the Air Force beginning in the late 1940s. The Air Force's silence in dealing with this topic was also the subject of a recent analysis by Christopher Mellon, which seems to continue into the present. While the views of many United States federal and military agencies when dealing with UFOs have evolved considerably over time, what of the national security agencies, arguably one of the most secretive groups inside of America's military and security apparatus, prying historical documents out of the NSA and challenging its decisions to classify information on any subject, including UFOs, is a daunting task on the best of days. This is a fact that researchers attempting to gather this type of data, such as John Greenwald Jr. of the Black Vault, runs into regularly. When Greenwald attempted to have a heavily redacted set of UFO-related NSA documents reviewed as part of a mandatory declassification review, he was eventually informed that the original unredacted documents could not be found. The NSA is apparently so skilled at protecting the nation's deepest, most critical secrets that they can even hide them from themselves. Yeah, I think the whole idea of keeping, this UFO stuff under wraps is mainly because they don't want to explain that we aren't the top dog on the planet. That there is several more advanced species that have been monitoring us and that, do control our military. They do have the ability to control us, control our minds, control what we think, what we see. Some of them have the ability to manipulate time, things like that. They're definitely way more advanced than us. And for some reason, there are some people who just, they're not able to handle that reality and that fact. So I think that the government is catering to the lowest common denominator, essentially, and just trying to hide everything, and and also to withhold a lot of the technology to themselves. But anyways, a link to this article will be in the description. Let's go to this last article here. This is about the Vatican Church and all of the secrets that they're hiding from people. Silently, the Vatican is releasing information about Nibiru entering our solar system and extraterrestrial neighbors who have already met with church officials, but they are not telling you everything. While the mainstream media remains conspicuously silent while detracting our attention to idiotic events such as Justin Bieber's DUI, disclosure information has been slowly leaked by the Vatican, indicating the presence of extraterrestrials on and visiting our planet, along with an incoming anomaly called Planet X and/or Nibiru. See here, it says, indicating the presence of extraterrestrials on and visiting. So they're acknowledging that, that there are advanced species here on our planet. The following testimonies confirm the Vatican's knowledge of extraterrestrials and Nibiru. Religion and the Church needs to recognize extraterrestrials. Pierre Lena, a French astrophysicist and member of the Pontifical Academy, stated at a November 2009 astrobiology conference hosted by the Vatican, "Astrobiology is a mature science that says very interesting things that could change the vision humanity has of itself. The Church cannot be indifferent to that. Full disclosure is imminent." Now, here is this video of this Monsignor Corrado Balducci talking about how, that these beings in these craft have to have bodies. Let me just play this back a little.
Probably logical that they're inside a craft instead of coming from somewhere else without a craft.
E quindi sono persone come noi, composte di una parte spirituale, che la chiamiamo anima. UFO, io non ho mai parlato con un UFO, non ho avuto
He says they would have to have a soul like we
ma
do.
che abbiano anche un corpo, devono averlo un corpo.
They'd have to have some kind of
E
body.
se no sarebbero angeli.
Otherwise, they would be angels.
Yeah, no, I'm not a very religious person, but the church does cater to a lot of people. A lot of people do follow the church, so they definitely have to be, or try to get ahead of this So I don't know if they said it in this video here, but there's another video where he talks about how God, must have created other species, and that there are brothers. And this article here also talks about this this telescope here. It says the Vatican owns some of the world's most powerful telescopes. One has to ask themselves why. One particular telescope is called Lucifer, located at the Mount Graham Observatory, and is an acronym for Large Binocular Telescope, Near Infrared Utility with Camera and Integral Field Unit for Extragalactic Research. Surely they know this is not a coincidence. Speculation infers that the Vatican has these high-power telescopes to monitor biblical warnings such as wormwood, also known as Nibiru or Planet X. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters, because they were made bitter. Revelations 8:10-11, King James Bible. Another possibility is that the Vatican is monitoring extraterrestrial activity and has already made ET contact hundreds of years, which may explain the religious belief in God, who in the religious text may be an extraterrestrial and not the ultimate source or creator. Yeah, I think that's, definitely reasonable to think that a lot of the metaphors or, things that are relating to angels could actually have been extraterrestrials, or again, our advanced underwater neighbors, or just other advanced beings that did visit this planet back then. And, people back then just explained it in a way that they could, and they just referred to them as angels and created all these other stories in order to explain it to people with more simplistic beliefs or attitudes. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.